Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football pregame show. I want to apologize. I had a week where I could not be on the air last week, which was week 13, and I have, for various reasons, was not able to be on the air, and I feel very bad, but I'm glad to be back on the air tonight, and so I think everything has been resolved and all that. So I just want to say I'm glad to be back on the air tonight. And so we'll talk about tonight's Monday night game. We'll go over all of yesterday's NFL action. And but first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football trivia question. Which Vikings QB holds the record for most passing yards in a single game? I'll have the answer later in the broadcast. Well, it's Monday Night Football. Are you ready for some football? The Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings are squaring off right now at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. The Seahawks and Vikings are actually the Vikings are up 3-0 at the start of the second quarter, but there's like 8:02 left to go in the second quarter, and I think the Vikings have the ball at their 10-yard line. It's what it is now, and the Seahawks are coming off a big win over the 49ers in Week 13 last week, and the Seahawks are going to be out to win this game tonight, and they are right now up 3-0 in the second quarter, and there's 8:02 to go, and I feel the Seahawks are going to dominate this game. From the start and really put the pressure on Vikings QB Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense and defense. And they need to run. They're going to have to run the pocket because the Vikings have a good defense, but it's on Seattle's turf. So I feel the Seahawks are going to win tonight's game by far, but it's going to be a close one, no doubt about it. And I feel that this is really going to be a good game tonight. Meanwhile, the Vikings are coming off a 14-point loss to the New England Patriots in Week 13 last week, and the Vikings are looking to bounce back from the loss to the Patriots last week. I feel if the Vikings want to come out of tonight's game with the win, they are going to have to really come out and dominate this game from the start, and the Vikings are really going to have to put the pressure on Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson and the Seahawks' hard offense and defense as well. The Vikings are going to have to dominate this game from the start, as I've said, and put points up on the board early and maintain the lead. The Vikings have to have a better running game and passing game as well. They need to run the pocket, and they really got to find ways to score and keep the Seahawks from scoring as well. And they've got to keep Russell Wilson on the ground. The Seahawks have to keep Kirk Cousins on the ground as well. Now, if the Vikings can do all that, I feel that they have a chance to win tonight's game. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be close. I think it's going to come down to the wire in Seattle tonight. But we shall see what happens in that game tonight. We're going to go over all of yesterday's action. Actually, we'll start with the game from last Thursday night. The Tennessee Titans walloped the Jacksonville Jaguars 30-9 in Nashville last Thursday night. And boy, Jacksonville just did not look good at all. Tennessee just dominated this game from the get-go. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Baltimore Ravens 27-24, and is in the final seconds. So the Indianapolis bounced back from that loss last week. They beat the Houston Texans 24-21. The Browns beat the Carolina Panthers at home yesterday at First Energy Stadium 26-20, and Baker Mayfield, you get the game ball by far, buddy. And also Demarius Randall as well for that big touchdown score. You get it as well. You guys get it. The Green Bay Packers beat the Atlanta Falcons 34-20. And the New Orleans Saints beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, 28-14, and the Saints have secured a playoff berth, and I think they have clinched the NFC title, the NFC I think South title, I think that's what it is. The New York Jets beat the Buffalo Bills by 4, 27-23. And that was in Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo. The Miami Dolphins at Foxborough, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, beat the New England Patriots by 1, 34-33. Wow. And the New York Giants, boy, walloped the Washington Redskins 40-16. And the San Francisco 49ers beat the Denver Broncos 20-14 at Santa Clara in Santa Clara, California, yesterday at that stadium. And the Browns will go up against the Denver Broncos this Saturday night. They will go up against the Denver Broncos. The LA Chargers beat the Cincinnati Bengals 26-21 in LA. The Detroit Lions beat the Arizona Cardinals at University of Phoenix Stadium in Arizona 17-3. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles 29-23 in Big D yesterday. And the Oakland Raiders upset the Pittsburgh Steelers to go to 3-10. They upset the Pittsburgh Steelers 24-21 yesterday. And last night's Sunday night football game, the Chicago Bears upset the LA Rams 15-6 last night. And that was, I think it was it was a Soldier Field in Chicago, but they beat the Rams in Chicago last night. Boy, a lot of upsets this week in the NFL. And I got to tell you, this was another whirlwind week of football in Week 14 of the NFL. Well, we'll get back to talking about tonight's game between the Seahawks and the Vikings in just a moment. But first, it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football trivia question. Which Vikings QB holds the record for most passing yards in a single game? If you said Tommy Kramer, you are correct. In a 44-38 loss to the Washington Redskins in 1986, Kramer threw for 490 yards. I have another trivia question on my next broadcast, which will be tomorrow. I'm sorry for that. I knocked my headset off. I do apologize. Which will be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Now, getting back to tonight's game between the the Seahawks and the Vikings, excuse me. I feel that the Seahawks are going to win this game by far because I feel they're playing at home and they're going to be out to win this game because they're looking to keep their win streak going. And I think they're going to be making the playoffs. The Vikings, they're going to be wanting to win this, to steal a win on the road. But they're going to have to really come out and play really hard against the Seahawks tonight. And they just really need to really put the pressure on the Seahawks tonight. So I really feel that the Seahawks really have this game in hand by far tonight. There's no question about it. And I just feel they just are really going to be out to dominate this game. And I just really feel their coach is really knows what this team wants to do and what he expects from this team. So, I will be back with that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football pregame show. I'll be back with the Monday Night Football, Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football postgame show immediately following the Seahawks and Vikings game once it has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.